Hi everyone, I am here with a chatty kind of video, hopefully more just informational. There's been something going on with YouTube, and some of you, I'm sure, know this, know about it. Some of you don't. So I just thought I would jump in, and I'm not going to be doing much speculating. I'm actually going to just go by what YouTube is saying, but I will briefly explain so there's no mystery. I noticed the other night when I was watching one of the family channels that I watch. I do watch videos with families that have children, and I noticed that their comments were off. And so I checked another video and it was off, and I said, I can't imagine that they would be shutting off the comments. And I just didn't bother thinking anything else of it. And then I saw a notice in my account that YouTube is not deleting comments, just, what's the word I want? Turning them off? I should know that word because I'm famous for doing it. And that's another reason that I wanted to explain to you. And ironically, I almost turned comments off the other night because I was overwhelmed with it. It's a full-time job managing that. But I decided, no, I'll just wait. So, some of you would have thought, oh, YouTube turned off all her comments. But no, it's not even turned off that I want. That's not the word. Isn't that awful that I can't think of a fucking word? I took time to think. It's disabled. We can disable our comments. And now when we do that, because I've done it plenty of times, you just disable them and they don't show. And then when you enable them again, they're all there. Now, I'm going to assume, and I haven't read everything here, but I'm going to assume that that is what YouTube has done, is disable people's comments. And I don't think that they've all disappeared. But what they're doing is they're doing that on channels that have minors. And their reasoning is that they don't want a place for predators to hang out and say things about the kids. Now, I think that's going a little bit too far personally, because first of all, I can understand them not wanting to let shit go out there, because I have seen shit on kids' channels, comments. When Skylar and I used to watch this kid, Maddie B, this is probably like 3 years ago. He has a sister, Sarah Grace, the Sarah Grace Club, and she is a Down syndrome child, and she has a channel, and it was very fun to watch her, and Skylar liked watching it, but people would say horrible, horrible things about her. And I thought, why? Why do the parents allow this? Why don't they have everything go to review and then just put out a few good comments? They don't have to put this bullshit like she's a potato head. I mean, it was just terrible. So that's not even like a pedophile concern. It's just an asshole concern, and it's not necessary. And I would never let that happen. Skylar's comments have never been on where they just go public. Mine either. My comments have always gone to review. They always will, because I'm not giving anybody a platform to say something that I don't necessarily want on my channel. And on Skylar's, she's a child. Now, you're not able to have an account, I think, until you're 13, but she doesn't. It's my account. She's on my account, and that's totally allowed. I did check, in her comments, for the most part, I only checked a couple, are on, and I don't know if it's because I do have them in review. I don't know all the way around it, but I have looked at so many channels that I watch, or that I know of, that they have kids involved, and the comments are off. Some of them, all their comments are off because they're talking about it. One woman who has a daughter with a disability and has had her channel for a long time, she uses that platform to educate people. I don't even know what the disability is, but, she educates people, and she has a very good community of people who probably also have children with that same disability. And she's got years of videos, and all her comments have been disabled. And she's like in shock. First of all, nobody should be in shock, because shit happens all the time that we might not like or that we might like. Personally, this doesn't affect me one way or another. I wouldn't care if YouTube shut all comments off. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't care if they took away that whole ability. But most people care about something like that. And I can see how upsetting it is to them because they're not doing anything to attract predators. It's not like you're seeing pictures of children in the bathtub, you know, or something like that. It is, you know, like me making slime with Skylar, you know? So in the way, it's like giving the creeps, letting the creeps win. I don't understand that. To me, they could have told all channels with a minor appearing that, you know, you have to let the comments go to review at least for that video, because it's a very easy thing to do when you're uploading. You can say go to review on just that one video if there's anybody under 18, and then, you know, and then know that that person is going to review the comments. And if the person didn't do that, or they would let a lousy comment go through, well, then say, okay, we gave you a chance to monitor this yourself and you didn't do a good job, so that's it. We're taking away your comments. Now, I have heard some who are complaining about this say that they see inside their account that they have the ability to enable them again, but everybody's petrified of doing that because they don't know if they'll be punished if they do that. YouTube disabled them, so they're afraid to enable them. So there's going to be more and more talk about this. You're going to see some of your favorite creators, if they have children in their videos, you're going to see them talking about this because it's widespread. So let me just say, oh yeah, so I only checked again, even on my channel, I have, you know, videos with Skylar, and I didn't see, I probably checked 2, 3 at the most, and the comments were on. And again, I don't know if it's because I've always had them go through review. Maybe they're doing, you know, like a widespread hunt for just the channels that don't have them going through review. And there's also speculation that it's not that YouTube wants to do this, that it's the advertisers that are saying to YouTube, you need to do this or we're not going to put ads on pages where there's pedophiles. Now, I've only gotten one ever weirdo kind of comment, and it was a weirdo YouTube name, and they just said something like, please post pictures of Skylar. She's beautiful. I'd like to see pictures. I'm on fucking YouTube. You're not asking for pictures on YouTube. That doesn't make any sense. So I deleted that. I deleted that comment. I did not let it go through, and it was just weird. I've had people call Skylar a cunt. So I don't let that go through. So to me, it's not just about predators. It's about assholes, pure assholes. A child should never have that kind of shit on their channel, on their comments. So I would never, but so many people do, just let the comments go through. I don't know if it's because they're in denial and they don't realize that people are going to say things like that, but people say it, and that's what I'm repeating to you. If you think that was offensive, well, I had to read it with my own eyeballs about my own grandchild, and I'm just repeating to you what was said about her on her channel. That's what happens, you know. I just don't understand, though, how that can, how disabling comments completely across millions of videos, I don't know. What I'm saying is a comment can't hurt the child if they've never seen the comment, or if you put it in review and then you moderate that. That's not going to hurt the child. Now, there are people who are like, oh, I'd never put my child on YouTube. Perverts, pedophiles. But yet you might be letting your child go visit the neighbors. There's probably a pedophile in that house. There's probably a pedophile in your own house. You don't know. You probably have pedophile relatives. You know, you can't protect children from that. You can't shelter them from that. But you have to keep your eyes out. You have to be watching over them and make sure they're not in situations where they're left alone with somebody that you don't know, first of all, or even somebody you do know. You know, sometimes you just don't know. But a pedophile can't crawl through the fucking computer and attack your child. So, I don't know. It's just, I'm very torn about it. Because like I said, it's hard for me to say, oh, they shouldn't do that, because I'd be a happy camper. If all comments were disabled across all the internet, I would be like, whew, okay, a big job now that I don't have to do anymore. Okay, so this is on YouTube's blog. I do think, though, that a lot of people don't know that YouTube has a blog. So let me move you here. Just going to skim through this a little bit, and I'll just read stuff. So let me skim through. All right. I had to take a break. I had a phone call, and the lighting might have changed a little bit, and I had to actually edit what I have so far because I couldn't really remember what I was talking about. But I did want to mention that, I'm not trying to say, it's okay to have pedophiles watching your kids' videos, because I think that's like kind of how I ended. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that that can be a safer thing, to have a child with you on camera in a video go out. That's probably not going to hurt if pedophiles are watching, but yet there could be pedophiles watching while your child is just outside riding their bike. You know what I'm just saying? It's like, we can't get away from it. You got to stay close to your kids. And a family channel, we're not talking about channels here who did anything inappropriate, not at all. They're not exploiting their children. They're just, they have their children as part of the video because it's a family channel. God, I can understand if the channels were doing inappropriate things. I can understand that. But I feel bad for those who are absolutely heartbroken over this. And I hope maybe there can be some resolve for them. All right, so here's the YouTube blog. I will have the link down below to that. And this one, the title, in case it shifts, is More Updates on Our Actions Related to the Safety of Minors on YouTube. And it's dated Thursday, February 28th. I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm going to read a little bit. Dear creators, we know that many of you have been closely following the actions we're taking to protect young people on YouTube and are as deeply concerned as we are that we get this right. Now, I didn't know anything, that there was actions. I hadn't heard any of this. We want to update you on some additional changes we're making, particularly in regards to comments, building on the efforts we shared last week. Now, we shared last week is a link, so I clicked on that. There's a whole lot to read there. That's a support group thread, and I'm just gonna pick out one thing that they said that this is in addition. Disabling comments. We've disabled comments on tens of millions of videos that may include minors, because they're not just doing this by hand. They have robots doing this stuff. Maybe there's a kid in the image, or again, I don't know. And I think really the reason I haven't gotten caught in that trap or Skylar's channel is probably because the comments have always gone through review. So they must, probably say, let's not bother looking at those channels right now, because it's obvious I care about reviewing comments before they go out. And it doesn't mean that I don't let stupid stuff out on my own channel. I do, for the sake of the people reading comments. There's a lot of people who come to a channel to be entertained by the comments. And that is why this can hurt channels. I really don't think comments has anything to do with ads and what kind of ads your videos get. As a matter of fact, probably with no comments, advertisers will be more interested in advertising on those videos. Who would have thought that? It's possible. I don't think YouTube gives a shit, because there's been shitty comments for a long time. But maybe the advertisers are saying, look, I don't want my ad to appear on a video where there's all kinds of smutty comments about the kids they're looking at. I don't see a lot of smutty comments on the channels I watch. I don't know if I've ever seen any. I've never seen a comment on somebody else's channel, the ones that I watch that are just nice, normal family videos. I've never seen a comment that I thought was borderline pedophile. I just haven't. The only one is the one that I got on Skylar's, and it was about the more pictures, and that was just odd because you don't go to YouTube to ask for more pictures. And that just struck me wrong, and the YouTube name was wrong. I'm not taking any chances. That one felt weird to me. As part of these actions, comments may be temporarily disabled on some or all of your videos. We know comments are a key way creators connect with their community, but this was an important step for the safety of minors on YouTube and a precaution while we work to further improve our systems. We're investigating more in the tools we have to detect and remove this content. If you are a parent or have minors in your videos, please read our Privacy and Safety Center and consider keeping your comments turned off. If you do re-enable comments, you should hold and carefully review all new comments for approval before they're posted to your videos. If I don't want to play with fire, maybe I'll go and disable the ones with Skylar in my videos, but I don't know. I think the fact that I've always had everything go to review probably helps me. And again, I think I'll get that's how I feel about comments. Limited monetization. Videos that include minors and are at risk of predatory comments may receive limited or no ads. The yellow icon. People are calling that demonetized, and it's really not. There was a while back where everybody was getting these yellow dollar signs, which is limited ads, and I still earned money on some that had limited ads. I remember one in particular, I earned more when it got flagged for limited ads than when it was never flagged. It was like flatlining, and then all of a sudden it came up with a yellow dollar sign, not suitable for all advertisers, limited ads, and my earnings went up. And it wasn't anything where I was swearing. It's before I used my lovely words. You know, swearing doesn't have anything to do with it. I do not ever have limited ads on my videos where I swear. Advertisers like swearing, I guess. We will continue to refine our approach in the coming weeks and months. Okay, so then on the blog on the 28th, disabling comments on videos featuring minors. Over the past week, we disabled comments from tens of millions of videos that could be subject to predatory behavior. And again, go watch some channels that you know with kids, and if the comments are off, you're going to say, there was no, why would that be, considered something that's more attractive to predators than anything else? It's just a kid. I mean, it's just hard to fathom. You see kids on TV all the time, but there's no comments. I really do think it's the advertisers. Let me go back here, because somebody here said, I think everyone is missing a point here, but this is a somebody. This isn't a YouTube, person that works for YouTube. These actions being taken by YouTube are dictated by the advertisers. If no advertiser wants to pay for ads on YouTube, there is no monetization. So I don't know. That person's just saying something. It's probably complete bullshit, just some idea he has or she has. So, but you're going to hear a lot of stuff like that. A small number of creators will be able to keep comments enabled on these types of videos. These channels will be required to actively moderate their comments beyond just using our moderation tools, because there are tools like you can block certain words and things like that, and demonstrate a low risk of predatory behavior. Again, it's like how can you be a low risk for predator behavior? But I watch so many videos with nice families that they have children. I like the creators for what it is they're doing, and they might have their child involved, helping them sew something, like I do. It's like, okay, how am I going to make that less risky for a predator? It's just crazy. Okay, they're also launching a new comments classifier. While we have been removing hundreds of millions of comments for violating our policies, we had been working on an even more effective classifier that will identify and remove predatory comments. This classifier does not affect the monetization of your video. We accelerated its launch and now have a new comments classifier in place that is more sweeping in scope and will detect and remove 2 times more individual comments. I guess I don't watch videos. I'm sure there's videos out there that people are probably exploiting their kids, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because it just goes on and on. But I will have a link to the creator blog if you're interested in reading that. And that's about all there is for that. So, you will be seeing some of your favorite channels with no comments anymore. And it could be just because they had some channels, they only had their children in a few videos, but all their comments were disabled. It's like YouTube is just saying, we're going to just shut everything down that we can. And then I really think they'll try to come up with a way to make that better. I don't know. But again, for myself personally, even though I say, I don't care if all comments were disabled, I do know that I lose some audience, some viewers, when my comments are down. People get pissed off about that. Because some people, when they watch, they just have the urge to say something, whether it's good or bad or ugly. They just want to hurry up and say something, and they get mad if they can't. So I'm going to say to you guys now, look, it's not just me saying it's okay to turn off comments. YouTube's not only saying it, they're encouraging it, at least for channels with children at this point. If I feel like turning my comments off just to get a break, because I do that, I take a break from it. I don't have to check 5 times a day and review the comments. And, it's just a lot of work. And like I said, I still put shit out there. I let a lot of shit go through. Somebody said, well, you can't be doing a good job reviewing, Darlene, because you let some really, really bad comments go. I do that to entertain the people reading the comments. They like to see that stuff. There are people who thrive on that. So if I'm in a certain mood that day, it's like, I'll let that go through. I'll start a little conversation with that person in my own special way. That's all part of the entertainment. But again, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for me to let it go through. Think of, what do I want to say in return? And then, are they going to reply? If they reply this way, what can I come back with? So, but I play into that stuff a little bit because I know people like to read the comments, and they get very mad at me when they can't leave a comment, and they find all kinds of ways to tell me that, even snail mail. I get letters from fans who like to give me hell because I'm not doing things the way they would like, the way they think I should be doing it. Because after all, if it wasn't for them... I hope this was informative to some of you. Some of you probably have kids in your videos and you're clueless as to why you've lost your comments. And now you know. So link is down below to the blog if you want to go read all that shit that I didn't read. And I will be back with more soon. Bye. I just wanted to mention, and I don't have my tripod right now, handheld, like in Walmart. I checked Skylar's channel and her comments are all good, but I normally disable all her comments when I'm no longer with her because I don't even want to be bothered with checking the comments in review. So they usually are all disabled, and I'm going to disable them. Well, I'm disabling them right now. It's running. So if you check and it's disabled, don't think that YouTube happened to do that to me. They didn't, and I really do think it's because comments always go through review, but I disabled them because I don't want to be bothered with having to switch over to that channel and checking those comments. I do enough of that. And I think on some of my other channels too, they're all completely disabled because I'm not uploading to those channels, so there's no reason for me to have to keep switching over and checking. Now when I'm with Skylar, I will probably leave all the older ones disabled, but I will enable them for any video that I upload while she's there because I look at them and send them through review, and she likes to read the comments, but she's not going to read comments that she sometimes gets, not if I can help it, so they have to go through review. People are really, really cruel to children and to adults. People just suck sometimes. They suck. So that's it. I just wanted to let you know, if you check out her channel, I don't know what I'm going to do about mine yet. I think I'm just going to let it stand. I have a lot of videos on this channel, over 2,000 of them, and I don't want to go through and pick all the ones that Skylar appears in and, turn those off, disable the comments on just those. So I'm just going to let it go. But again, if you see that all of a sudden all my comments are down, it has nothing to do with that, most likely. It's because I do that just to get a break from it all. Bye.